We've heard a lot about the Taliban in the region. For more than a decade, they've spilled over from Afghanistan into what has become a very violent region of Pakistan. But as CCTV's Sean Callebs reports, there are some distinct differences between the extremists in Afghanistan and Pakistan.
It's the deadliest attack the Pakistan Taliban has ever unleashed. Scores killed, millions around the world horrified.
All these groups who seem to be competing to do even worse crimes than the others, so ISIL, Boko Haram, and the Taliban and others. I think, this act shows how extreme these groups are prepared to be, and it's really important that nobody supports them anymore.
Even Taliban militants fighting U.S. and Afghan forces are trying to distance themselves from the attack by Pakistani Taliban extremists on Peshawar school children.
This is not a monolithic group. The Afghan Taliban has utterly repudiated this attack, and the Afghan Taliban, for all of its brutality in Afghanistan, has never conducted attacks like this in Pakistan.
In contrast to the Afghanistan Taliban, the Tehrik-e-Taliban is considered a broad coalition of perhaps as many as 30 splinter groups. The so-called TTP is not directly affiliated with the Afghan Taliban, which is led by a shadowy figure, Mullah Omar. They do share similar ideals, keeping girls from getting an education, making women remain covered from head to toe, and rejecting democracy. But regional experts say this mass school killing may unify Pakistanis to stand up against the TTP.
Killing 132 innocent children, that maybe this is what it takes to galvanize the Pakistani people and especially the Pakistani military to decide to turn against violent extremism once and for all in all of its forms.
After U.S.-led forces invaded Afghanistan in 2001, many Taliban and al-Qaeda fighters fled, seeking a haven in Pakistan's federally administered tribal areas, or FATA. These extremists gradually radicalized the area and targeted their attacks at Pakistan's Islamabad government. The TTP says it was behind the attempt to kill Malala Yousafzai, the teenager who just last week received the Nobel Peace Prize. The loose affiliation between the TTP and Afghanistan's Taliban has led to a complicated and complex problem for Pakistan's army. For years, Pakistan's military intelligence has worked to support the Afghan Taliban, while at the same time fighting Pakistan's Taliban. Sean Callebs, CCTV in Washington.